Hello, my name is Lauren Corder. I'm the librarian, also known as Learning Resource Center Coordinator at L'École Culinaire St. Louis. This information module is going to be about how to find information. What if you're given an assignment and you're told to go find some information to do your research on it? Where should you look? Should you look at Google? Should you look in culinary magazines like the National Culinary Review or Savor? Should you look in periodicals like Sauce or Feast? Should you look in a reference book, a food encyclopedia, some ingredients books? Where do you go? How do you keep from being overwhelmed by all of the choices? For this session, we're going to focus on what you need to do when you use a browser and a search engine. First of all, a browser is, for example, Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or Safari or Firefox. A browser is something you use to look at the internet. Let's visit google.com. When we're on this page, in the browser, we're in the browser Internet Explorer, and we're looking at the search engine Google. Google helps you figure out where things are, helps you to find things. Another popular search engine is Bing. Many times, the address bar at the top of the page in your browser is set to be a certain search engine. This is the address bar, and if I type up here, then let's see whether the search is set for Bing or Google. Let's try. I'm going to type in slow food and hit enter. I'm in the Bing search engine. How do I know? Because of the Bing icon right there. If I click on that, it takes me to the Bing homepage. But let's go back to the search. When I put in the search term slow food, I got 13,400,000 results. There are ways to narrow this down. One way of narrowing down the search, because the search I put in will search for the word slow and the word food and the phrase slow food. So I might get some sites about being slow. I might get some sites just about food, but not about the movement slow food. So what I could do to make sure that the results I get only show things about slow food is to put quotation marks around my search terms. And that means I want nothing but this phrase to come up in my search results. I click enter, and now I have 3,080,000 results. Narrowed it down a little bit. So then we can look down the list of results. There's Slow Food St. Louis. Let's go to the next page. Videos about the slow food movement, and so on. It's a very good way to narrow down your focus in a quick and easy way. So here I've done a search for baked goods. Notice I put quotation marks around the phrase. And then I look at my results list. First one shows it's an ad for Panera, and the suffix on this website is .com. TimHortons.com, BakedGoodsOfficial.com. I scroll down and try to figure out what should I look at. Which would be the best site for me to go to do my research? Here I see one that says bellyful.net. Here's one, feedfeed.info. How do I know a certain site is going to be reliable or not? Well, this will give you an idea. Websites have different suffixes. .com, .edu, .gov, .mil, .org. What do these stand for? They stand for various things, including who is sponsoring the site. If you look at this table, if the site is .com, it's a commercial site, and generally it's promoting a product. If the suffix is .edu, it's an educational institution. It could be a college, university. It could be L'École Culinaire, l'ecole.edu. If the suffix is .gov, it's a government entity that's giving you the information. Suffix of .org is traditionally a non-profit organization, like the Red Cross or the PBS, Public Broadcasting System. .mil means it's a military organization. And .net means it's a network, but almost any of these sites could be anything. That's sort of a brief overview of some of the suffixes that you might see on the ending of a website address. So sites that might be more reliable for doing research, sites that might have more factual information than a site that's trying to sell you something, would be a site that's .edu.
Hey Lauren, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
So, internet websites that have suffixes that come from reliable sources would tend to be .edu, coming from an educational institution, .gov, coming from government resources, .org, coming from a nonprofit organization, possibly .mil. So here we've done our search for baked goods, and we have all these different .com sites to weed through, all of which are trying to sell me something. And it's not that they're bad sites, not at all, but I'm looking for information that's a little bit more in depth about baked goods. Well, let me show you this really cool trick. As I said earlier, the suffix .gov or .edu, for example, gives you sites that are more factual. .edu is educational. So I'm going to type in site, .edu. Now what this will do is make all the sites that come up about baked goods only the ones that have the .edu suffix. So they're all from educational sites. So then you look at this. .edu. .edu, they're all educational sites. So now when I go to click on something,